Welcome back to Character Select. I don't want to rewind there. We're going right to the Festival of Thieves.
Or the something something.
You head right along a wide track until you reach a large hut. It is the only building on this path that is still standing. Either side are empty plots, and once the houses of the farmers who planted the fields to the north. They are now collapsed and thick with gripweed. It seems that here in the shadow of the city wall, it is not a place people choose to live.
Interesting. Look at the remaining hut.
By the side of the door to the hut is a sign, delicately painted, Chainmaker! The door is just a crack ajar, and from within you hear the gentle tinkling sound, metal on metal, as though a creature in a chainmail dress was endlessly pacing the floor.
Go ahead and poke our head inside. Or, listen, I guess listen at the door, or you make a move.
Pause a moment longer and listen closely to the door, but there are no voices or footsteps from within, just the sound of the chains.
Then I guess look ahead lets us see what options we've got. Yeah, so it shows the various places.
From somewhere further on comes the falling and rising sound of a crowd. Some kind of event is taking place. There are several places you can go next. You can go back to the first junction, cut through the fields, walk on, or go into the Chainmaker.
Let's go into the Chainmaker.
Into the Chainmaker. You push open the hut door and enter. It is dark inside, and the floor is sawdust. The air smells of oil, polish, and burnt metal. From the ceiling, hanging like ivy, are metal chains of all lengths and thicknesses, some suitable for machinery, some for oxen, others for arms and feet. The chains shift and whisper to themselves. There seems to be no one here. There is another room beyond, its door hanging open.
I guess search the room?
No shop owner in Kare should leave their wares unattended. You begin to carefully search the room, trying to not set the chains to rattling.
What there we got?
So along the left wall, under a table, by the far door, and by the front door.
What's on the wall?
Ooh, we got cash money. You
Okay.
start your search near the left wall and come across a small box containing 3 gold pieces, which you take.
And there's now it's got the right wall under the table, the far door, and is that the door? Oh, the door we came in from.
Yeah, door you came in, the door where it's like open further in, and then table and a right wall.
I mean, we got money.
We have money now.
Yeah, I know. That was like the most important thing. I don't want to buy anything, and I don't want to be stuck.
But we got money to gamble now.
We do. That's the thing. Let's see here. This is a chain maker, right?
Yep. There's a bunch of chains.
Do we have any spells that require anything like that?
And take a look at our spell book, if you would like.
Because this may be a place to pick up a reagent of some sort.
Let's see. Stamina. Gold piece, beeswax, stamina. Bamboo flute, giant's tooth, goblin's tooth, glue. Medicinal potion, which we have. Pebble, which we have. Sand, nose plucked skull cap, black face mask, jewel of gold. Mirror, firewater, stone dust, powder, gale horn, sapling, pendulum, medallion, pearl ring, sun jewel bracelets, wig, ring, orb, water. Nope. No chain spells.
Alright. I guess kind of check at the far door, see if there's anything, like maybe we can peek inside it, see what he's doing.
You cross the room to search the other end of the room, moving as quietly as you can, but halfway over, a chain-linked net drops from the ceiling and knocks you to the ground with a tremendous clatter. You've triggered a trap. There is shuffling in the back room. Someone is coming.
Welp. What spells do we have available?
What spells we have?
Yeah,
Let's
what do
see.
we have available right now?
We got Pep, which we don't have Fire Water. We got Wall, which I believe is Stamina. Yep. Yob, which needs a Goblin Tooth, a Giant Tooth. Yap. And Yaz. We don't have a Pearl Ring. Don't have a green wig. Fall. That'll be useful.
Not really.
And Howl. Yeah, I know.
Is that your cat again?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. None of those seem to be worth a damn at all.
Seems that way.
I guess in that case, we'll just have to wait and see who comes since we can't get out of the chain trap.
Alright.
If we lose this gold, I might have to use a rewind, because we definitely need it.
There is no use fighting it with the heavy chains, and you wait. A shadow appears in the doorway. It's a chainmaker, a great hulk of a Svin, like those you met in the village of Torapati. He whips away the net. Intruder, huh?
What?
The chainmaker growls
intruder.
fiercely and snatches up a particularly heavy length of metal, holding it like it was a thread.
I guess talk my way out of this. See.
Line.
I'm not stealing from you. I called out, but you didn't hear me.
I heard nothing, the chainmaker growls suspiciously.
Exactly.
The chainmaker stops and thinks about this. I understand, he says. Alright, so? He halts his approach. You want chains?
So we can look for a chain to buy.
We're under no obligation to buy from him.
Yeah, pretty much. Or just basically ask for directions to the north gate.
Well, I already clicked the look for chains.
Oh.
You look around the shop at chain after unremarkable chain, but then one stands out. Short length of silver, which seems to move more energetically than those swaying on either side. The chainmaker nods. Good chain, he says. Magic chain.
What does it do?
You ask. Magic, the stubborn creature replies. It feels like D&D right there, you know? Like, it's like, what does this do? And the DM's like, it's like, what does this magic item do? And the DM replies, magic. You're like, fuck you.
Well, I'm sorry, but anytime I've got a DM that responds like that, if they're sitting in front of me, you just want to punch them right in the face as hard as you can. And if they're not sitting in front of you, you just want to quit the game on the spot and be like, fuck you. Because god damn it. It's like, it's one thing, like, because they go out of their way to describe, oh, it's mystical and magical, and it's definitely something different with it. Oh, well, what's different with it? It's magic. It's like, that's not
But that's the thing, it's like, nobody wants to fucking take Identify and use Identify on it. Like, I want to try and look at it and figure out what it does without doing anything with it.
I always, if I've got the chance to invest in that spell, I have Identify. Because that way, anytime a DM's like, oh, well, it's magic, I'm like, no, fuck you, tell me what it is. Oh, God, so he just says it's magic. I wonder how much it costs. Like, but what the fuck does it do? That's the problem.
I mean, it's made of silver.
It's silver.
Apparently, it's silver, it's magic. It apparently moves on its own. Maybe it'll help against Ghosty Man.
Well, I know that... Yeah, well...
5 gold pieces. Can't afford it anyway.
Nope. Yeah, well, that answers that. I need directions to North Gate.
Do we?
No, I guess, yeah, we'll get out of here.
Well,
oh,
we got a clue anyway.
I need directions to the North Gate of Kare.
You tell him.
Can you help?
Can't help, he shrugs. Not got any chains on it. Locked by a spell. 4 lines. And the dumb creature holds up 3 fingers to demonstrate. Couldn't care less about it. There's nothing more to be gained here. You abandon your search and step back out onto the path. Well, we know that if we come back one more time, there's a magic chain here that we could potentially buy if we have 5 gold.
Yep, so... Yeah. What's it do? Magic. It's like, are you
Just
fucking
like,
with
fuck you!
Oh.
Fuck you!
Jesus. All right. Yeah, so let's walk on towards the festival then.
Walk on to the festival.
Now we have stuff to bet, which is good.
You continue along the road. The land rises gently, a thin, meager scrub broken by rocky outcrops like teeth through an infant's gum. Goats roam the slopes, paranoid, shifty creatures who flee at the sound of your footsteps. We could kill those and eat them. Suddenly, you could be back in the fields outside Cristatanti. This part of the city port is barely habited. Is that a word? So you are unlikely to find clues to the Northgate spell here. There will be more people to talk near the docks. Your stomach rumbles with hunger, but you have no more food. Keep walking. You continue walking along the track and begin to hear the sound of a large crowd up ahead. There is some kind of market or fair happening further on, near the river. You pass a dirt track on the left that leads away across the fields. Continue. So we can go through the fields, or we can go to the crowd.
I guess we'll go towards... No, we could go to the field, but here, zoom out a little bit.
Field's either gonna head up along this inside portion here and skip the festival entirely until we get up to like here, then head over up towards the artist quarter, or the Festival of Thieves will lead us up this road here into this portion of the city,
and directly
we can
to the
get
docks.
up to the Palatine Hill and the docks.
Let's take a longer route, so we're gonna cut through the fields.
Alright. You turn off the main track onto the dirt road. It passes along the edge of the fields, rising and falling through the scrub and cut hay, before petering out to become a mere goat path. You're no longer sure if this is a real path at all. There's a rocky rise up ahead. Would you like to turn back or go up the rise?
Go up the rise.
Go up the rise. Yeah. You crest the rise, intending to get a view of the way ahead, then pause at the sound from behind you. It is the quiet of a dagger drawing from a sheath.
What spells have we got?
Is there pop? Can we throw a grenade?
Just blindly start pitching grenades.
Nope. There are no grenades. There's 6. We can multiply ourselves. There's jig. We can make them dance.
Let's make them dance.
Let's go through the other options. Yob, law, which controls non-intelligent animals. Jig.
I mean, seriously, because Jig is just like I'll stop the goblin army by making them all dance.
You cast the spell and begin to play your pipe. Behind you, you hear the footsteps stop and turn into irregular tapping and dancing, and you turn to see a thug performing a fair to decent hornpipe with a horrified expression on his face. But you cannot keep piping forever, and there is nowhere to lead this thug to. It'll be a question of who tires first.
Can you imagine that? Just, you're coming up behind someone, and then all of a sudden they start playing a pipe, and you just start dancing uncontrollably.
But then they can't do anything about it, and you can't do anything about it. So it's like
staring each other in the eyes.
As you like frantically play the flute, you're like, and the guy's like dancing, but both of you have like daggers in your eyes towards each other, like, I'm gonna fucking kill you as soon as you stop playing. It's like, I'm never gonna stop playing, motherfucker.
It would be more convenient if you could, like, choose the dance. Like, if instead you make them dance, like, what is it? That Russian kick dance that they do, but, like,
Right.
include, like, bits where instead of just crossing their arms and kicking their legs, they also include movements like punching themselves in the face and groin.
Oh, so like a rave.
Yeah. Just something stupid
or mosh
like that.
pit.
I don't know. We can either keep playing or go ahead and draw the sword. He obviously was gonna shank us, and he's declared
Well,
us.
he doesn't have the drop on you anymore, so we could just like kill him and take whatever money or items he might have.
I do also at the same time kind of want to see what happens if we keep playing. Like, can we just dance him?
You're the driver here, dude.
Oh, I want to know if we can dance him to exhaustion, but
do you want to keep playing?
Yeah, let's give it a shot.
All right. You will give this ruffian the opportunity to wear himself out at least. You play a little longer, making the music as lively and vigorous as you can. Eventually, he is stomping so hard that he puts his foot down into a rabbit hole and twists his ankle. He carries on dancing, prone on the floor, and he will not be able to follow you now.
So you can control the dance. Like, you just play more vigorously, and they do more stupid shit. All right,
you do like fucking river dance or whatever, and he's like, "Oh shit, dude,
I can't move that fast. I can't move that."
Oh no!
Oh yeah, let's search him.
You say you want to search him?
Yeah, let's search him.
Hey, gold pieces. You quickly rifle the thug's body in between his spasming dance moves as you continue to play the flute, I assume. Apart from his dirk, a useless little blade. Dirks are actually pretty big, actually. He is given only a couple of gold pieces, which you take, and a couple of gambling chips.
All right, we'll take both of them.
As you recall,
we had
gambling chips are equivalent of 1 gold piece.
We just need to
once we get back to the halls of Vlada, this is 7 gold pieces right here. So we got 5 gold total
and 7
chips. So we're just going to follow the path away from Dancing Man.
That has to be probably the most humiliating and miserable thing.
Yeah, because now he's like, as soon as he finishes like being forced to dance, he's going to be lying there with a like twisted, sprained ankle down a rabbit hole, exhausted. And your money's got it's like that fucking guy with the power of music robbed me.
He ruined me with the power of music.
The path winds through the fields, passing an orchard on one side. The trees are dying and bare of apples.
Oh.
And on the other side, across muddy fields, you see colors and flags of a festival. The view is shrouded by tall fences on either side.
So, I guess look at the fences. I was hoping the orchard would have, like, I was like, fuck yes, we'll get some apples and rations and shit.
Alright. You pause to look at the fences. The fields they contain seem ordinary enough. For some reason, the fences themselves are 2 or 3 times your height. There are no ladders to climb over that you can see, and no gates. Perhaps using magic might give you an advantage.
I mean, I guess we could do the big thing, but I'd kind of like to know see if we can look through the fence.
Peering through the fence, you see a square field of very long grass, which seems to be ungrazed, and which no one has cropped in a long time. Anything might be hidden in there. What do you think?
What spells do we have available?
Do we have pop?
Blow open the damn gate.
Let's see, we got how big, sus, and sap, tell, and zap.
Nah. I mean, we've got decent stamina, but
Might need it for a more
yeah.
dire situation.
Well, we were just about shanked just now.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and move on.
All right. There's nothing more to see here. You emerge onto a wide road that leads up a gentle slope towards a cliff edge.
Look at the cliff.
You turn to look up at the cliff, which rises suddenly out of the middle of the fields. Along its ridge is a line of finer buildings. The most have fallen into rack and ruin. That's a fun turn of phrase right there, rack and ruin. You don't see that often.
Alright, and then I guess look down the road.
Look down the road. Looking back downhill, you see a few distant buildings, and beyond, the point where the 3 roads into Kari diverged. Time to move on. Alright, so we can turn left and go back down towards this farm here, or turn right and go towards this hut up here.
Let's go up towards the hut.
Alright, turn right. Maybe it'll let us go down into the fair, too. You continue tramping through the fields until after about half an hour, you emerge onto a wider road, heading uphill towards the center of Kare. To the right of the main road, a track line with colored flags leads along the line of the cliff, heading towards the fair you heard earlier. Short distance from the road is a small hut built from mud bricks. Smoke rises from its chimney, and a thick, rich smell wafts from its door. Your stomach grumbles ravenously in response. So we can stay on the main road, go into the hut, or go down to the fair.
I guess that might be the Flayer's hut, I guess. Go poke our head in there, see if we can buy some rations.
I don't know why you would want to talk to somebody named the Flayer.
Ooh,
but
that's
whatever.
actually a good point.
Too late. Well, not too late. The door to the hut, the small hut, is a little ajar. A pleasant smell drifts out, but you hear nothing from inside.
Knock.
You knock firmly on the door. A voice calls back, "Enter, friend, but be careful as you open the door."
Slip through the doorway?
You slip through the doorway as carefully as you can.
Jesus
Looking
Christ!
up, you notice a jar of some kind of liquid balanced precariously atop the door. What's wrong? The shop is a kitchen. There is a fire in the grate with a pot above it, which bubbles and smokes. On the walls hang herbs and vegetables and meats and cooking equipment. No matter how hard you look, you cannot seem to see the speaker.
I'm looking at a picture of him, and it is somewhat horrifying. What the fuck is that?
I don't know what you're talking about, Mal.
Oh my god.
What are you talking about, Mal? You're a fool. You're going crazy. This time traveling has affected your mind.
It's not a horrible tentacle beast there cooking for you.
Who knows? Horrible tentacle beasts can cook good food too.
Look near the hearth.
Looking again, you suddenly notice a strange-looking creature standing beside the pot. He has a human torso, but his head is nothing but a green-colored jelly. He's hard to spot because of the vegetables hanging on the wall behind him, but you can tell he is the chef, as the long, sinuous tentacles coming from his head are scooping with ladles, stirring with spoons, waving salt shakers, and brandishing a cleaver. "So, what do you want?" asks the creature.
Holy shit. So his head has been replaced with a gelatinous slime beast.
With tentacles that wave his ladles and shit around.
That is, like, what the hell? I don't believe I've ever seen a DM do anything quite like that before.
They certainly had some imagination back in the day.
Yeah, no kidding. I guess look around more. I'm assuming this is the hut where we buy food. Yeah, look around more closely.
Under one of the tables, you spy a small box. One end of a scroll and the handle of a mirror sticking out. "Well?" asks the creature, keeping one cautious eye on you, whilst another floats around the side of his head to watch his soup.
I guess his eyes... Wow. That's interesting. I guess talk to the creature. Greetings, creature.
Look, the creature complains. Its tentacles go back to stirring, chopping, and mixing. I don't have all day. What do you want?
I'd like to buy some food.
All right, the creature replies, giving his cauldron a quick stir, but not taking his eyes off you. It's 5 gold pieces, and it's bristle beast kidneys. I hope that's all right with you.
Holy shit!
You
That
want to try and haggle with him?
I guess if we can't, the 5 gold. Good God Almighty! Don't. Does he not have basic rations?
I don't know. Do you want to haggle with him?
Yeah, we'll try to haggle with him.
All right. You tell him. He shrugs in a waft of tentacles.
Alright. Fuck.
Do you want to leave or attack him?
I'm not gonna just attack him. That's kind of a dick move.
You leave the hut.
Oh well. Is there... Here, zoom in on the various ones, so head to the...
So we can head for the flags and go down to where the Festival of Thieves is.
And the...
Oops.
Whoa! Jeez, and the
And
other
then
one
we can head the main road up along towards Artist's Quarter.
I'm trying to remember if there was anything in the Artist's Quarter we could get. Because I do want to try to grab the spell components if we can. Hmm. I guess head towards the main road. Well, I know, right? Like, I'd like to be able to just cut wherever I please. Okay, Alec, you can stop anytime now.
I'm waiting for you to make your decision.
Alright, we'll head towards the main road.
Main road it is.
Holy shit, we're gonna be here for a bit.
It was your fault for taking so long waffling on where to go.
And down the cliffs through
And then up the cliff.
Like, what do you think would happen if people actually saw someone doing this? Just some guy going, "Ah!"
I'm having fun. Woo. I'm swimming in the river.
Up in the mountain, down the mountain, up the... What the hell is that?
You made this choice, Mal.
What?
You follow the
is
road up
that?
a slight rise and down into a hollow. At the very bottom is a solitary thatched hut with a curious wispy statue outside. In the distance, the road rises once more towards a large building with a domed roof. The domed roof is going to be the artist's quarter here.
Yeah, what is that? What is the statue? Examine it. What the hell? What is that?
It looks like Jack Skellington.
It does.
The statue depicts a man of sorts, with long and spiny limbs, sharp-edged and cruel. Its hands are pressed together before its body, as though in prayer to one of Kare's many gods. Around its neck hangs a locket of what appears to be solid gold.
Jeez. That's an odd-looking thing. Examine the... well, look at the locket.
The locket certainly looks valuable, but to be sure, you'd have to go closer.
Examine the hut.
Examine the hut. The hut behind was thrown up in a hurry. Its walls are patched with mud and clay, and its door is made from torn-up fish crates, planks still bearing the marks of the ships that brought them in. The statue suggests this could be a shrine, but you do not recognize the deity.
What spells do we have available?
I assume sus and how and... something. So we got sus. We got huff and hot. Gob, which summons a goblin. And Foff and Fog. And Mag.
I don't recall what some of those do. But none of
Which
them...
one do you have question on?
I was trying to see if there's anything that... Nah, let's not bother casting a spell. I guess make a move.
You could approach the statue or the hut, or keep moving along the road.
Go to the statue.
What do you think is going to happen here? You approach the statue curiously. Close it is even more ugly. Its limbs are thin as sticks, but as sharp as sword blades, and its face is elongated and skull-like. The only attractive thing about it is the gold locket that hangs around its neck. Up close, you can see it appears to be solid gold in the size of your fist.
Well, I'm not gonna grab it, because that's just... that's asking to get murdered by this thing.
All right,
watch
for a moment.
Yeah.
You hang back for a moment to watch the statue. That's when you see the statue blink.
Step back, because what the hell?
You step back fast. Did you imagine that?
What? Yeah, no. Yeah, that's full of all kinds of nope right there. What the shit?
Could fight it.
I don't know if I want to fight it. What spells are they the same spells, or did they change it? If there's a way to read its mind, I'd like to do that. If we've got telepathy available, that would be handy. I don't think the stars will have moved at all. Oh, well, maybe they have.
We do
Well,
have
shit.
tell.
Alright, yeah, let's... What else is
We
there?
also have law, sus, fall, and gum.
Let's do telepathy, then. See if we can't read its mind.
Doesn't cost us stamina.
Yeah.
You place a skull cap on your head and cast a spell. A moment later, you hear the telepathic thoughts of the statue coming to you clearly. It is alive, and it is thinking about you hungrily as its next meal.
Yeah, let's not deal with that.
Slip past it?
Yeah, let's try to go around it. We know it's alive. Well, we knew it was alive when it blinked at us, but
Mm-hmm.
let's...
You sure you don't want to try and kill it and get its gold?
I don't know if it's a representation of one of their gods or not.
Alright, we'll slip past it then. Leaving the widest gap between you and the statue that you can, you creep along the side of the house. The statue turns its head to follow you as you sidle along, but it makes no other movement. Soon you're on the other side of it. A beam of sunshine glints off the gold locket around the creature's neck.
Back away.
Whoops.
What? No,
I seriously didn't mean to click that, but we'll just rewind. Rewind. Watch.
Step back. Cast spell.
You back off slowly and carefully. Time to get away from this place. You gotta keep in mind that we do have an imperative to get supplies here.
Yeah, we do.
The road leaves the fields, heading back between buildings once more. To the left, a short track leads away, and you hear the distant sound of chanting.
Look down the track.
A squat building at the end of the track sits in a patch of neatly tilled field. You make out a few figures in bright orange robes working outside.
Follow the tracks.
The short track ends in a low building surrounded by figures in long robes. They are monks. A few work the fields around the building while others sit in contemplation of the sky, the wrinkles on their hands, or the soles of their feet. One monk greets you with a nod of his head.
Interesting. Greet the monk. Greetings.
You declare, bowing to the monk. The monk smiles. Welcome to our humble monastery. He puts his palms together and nods. Friend, sit down beside me and we will talk. The monk pulls out a set of knuckle bones and lays them on the bench.
Swindlestones?
The monk nods. A game I have contemplated for a long time within these walls. He indicates the knuckle bones eagerly.
Oh gosh. The last time we got into a game with some mysterious old man, we got laser-eyed into a prison. What's the stake? Or, yep.
The monk smiles. I am a monk, in case you did not notice. I offer nothing and ask nothing.
I know the last time we played Swindlestones, we did get information out of the innkeeper.
We could get clues.
Yeah. I mean, sure, why not? I mean, if we're not going to lose anything.
Alright. You reply. You take a seat on the bench beside the monk, and he hands you 4 of the dice. His smile becomes a concentrated frown. The monk hands you your dice and takes first bid. That's a shit hand.
Shit hand, yeah.
Oof.
Holy shit.
Alright, 4 fours.
I can't imagine him having 4 fours. Yeah.
Okay, that's less terrible, so I'm gonna bid 1 2. 1 4.
2 threes. Or, well, he's got a 4 supposedly.
So 2 4s. I'm gonna call you. I don't think you have 2 4s. You're much worse at this than the innkeeper. 1 2. How about 3 twos? He might not have an actual 2. No, he does. Alright, I win. One 1. What do you have? 1 2. 1 3. 2 twos. 3 twos. Sorry, friendo. You flick the monk's final die off the table with a grin.
Oh, I win.
You tell him. Do you have time to play again? The monk asks. He glances at the workers in the fields as he asks.
I'm trying to ponder out what's going on here. We didn't get any, here, scroll up in the dialogue. I'm trying to see if there's anything.
Something about him always being a monk.
Yeah.
Something.
What's the
Nope,
stake?
he didn't guess anything.
No, I was just trying to kind of ponder out what he just wants to play dice. That is, to be honest, it's kind of refreshing, but also alarming, giving this is Kare.
A little bit.
Given that frickin' everything in this city has tried to murderize us in the most profound of manners. So he's looking at the fields when he's asking if I wonder if he's trying to get off work.
Don't know. Seems reasonable to me.
Yeah, boss. Well, I couldn't work. I was too busy gambling with the new guy. What? Uh, I don't really see a reason to keep playing. I mean, yeah, so I guess we'll just decline for now.
Alright. You shake your head, happy to leave your victory untarnished. Then I thank you for the game, the monk replies. He presses a small pile of gambling chips into your hand. A gift from F.A., because, quite honestly, I think you need practice. Good luck in your journey, and you head back to the main road once more.
Really? That's interesting. Holy shit!
He gave us 10 gambling chips. So if we can get to the Halls of Vlada,
yeah, we've... Good God.
maybe we can get over to like this market here and spend them.
God, that would make things so much more convenient. I'm not sure where we could buy stuff between Vlada and the exit of the game.
No. The road leads directly into one side of a large dome building. There's some kind of sprawling covered market. Looking left and right, you see several other roads entering the building through different archways, and a group of serpent heads are just passing by.
What were the serpent heads again?
I think they are dudes with snakes for heads. Some kind of like guard or mercenary force or something.
Yeah,
Or tunnel snakes.
Yeah, I was about to, that's what was
Tunnel
in...
snakes rule!
That was in my head, and I was like, no, that's stupid. But if the first words out of their mouth are serpent heads rule, I'm just going to fucking lose it. We need to find where Molus is. Because we need to get his spell bits. We know he's been tormenting people in the lower district here.
Mm-hmm.
And going directly to him is probably not going to get us the answer we need. It might get us part of it, part of the spell line, but probably not all of it.
Well, we know where the rest of it is. Because we have 2 lines, remember?
Yeah, we've got Theta's line, and we've got what is it, Lord Sansa or Lorag or Sansa's or whatever.
Lorag gave us one.
And so then we need the dead guy's line, and we need all of Molus's line. I'm not sure how much of it we can get from him.
Well, we have half of it, remember?
Wait, we have part of Molus's?
We have part of every single line.
Do we?
Yeah, it was in the scratch poem, remember?
Okay, yeah, that's what it means by the 3 lines. So we do have a little bit of it.
Yeah, we have, not that one. We have, whoop. Is it under keys? Yeah, here we are.
Forgus Pride.
So we have 2, oh, there's that copper key. It didn't let us open the door.
Huh.
That's annoying. Anyway, so we have 2 of the lines, we have half of the rest, so we just need to we have to beat that death wraith in the crypt.
Yeah, so we need to figure out where to buy a sun jewel or torch.
Yeah. And we have to have money for it.
Yeah. So we don't want to really spend too much of this. I don't know if we want to bother talking to the serpent heads or not. And we've been into the artist's district before, and I remember the last time we got in there, we got stuck in there too.
Yeah.
We had to magic our way out because it's like a maze. I guess choose where to go next.
Alright. Intriguing sounds drift from inside.
Oh, we got no choice. We have to go into the maze market. Thanks!
Well, you brought it on yourself. The market is a maze of alleys. Every inch of space is being used for trade, with shops, stalls, and piles of goods set out on crates and barrels. Hawkers bellow about their wares, each trying to shout down the next. People and all manner of strange creatures mill about, quite lost, but very few seem to be actually buying anything. You lose yourself browsing the stands. Most sell carpets, but some also offer incense burners, lanterns, and pottery. You can't see any blacksmiths or food stalls, however.
Bummer.
I would like to buy a lantern, that might be useful. You move on through the market, elbowing your way between shoppers and hawkers to stand below the enormous glass dome. Through the hubbub of passers-by, you spot the exit across the hall. Noise rolls like thunder around the roof of the market. Alright, we can go back down the market. We can go to the far end, or we can leave.
Let's try to get out of here.
Leave it is. You turn around intending to leave the market when you realize that you have lost sight of the entrance in the crush of people and creatures. You wander for a few minutes from one carpet seller to the next, but you're quickly and utterly lost.
I remember this. Alright, so I guess, Well, we could either continue wandering or... What spells have we got?
Spells, you say? Well, we have Howl and Huff. Howl will tell us how to get out. Niff basically means you're gonna fart. Dud is the illusion of treasure. Wait, is it? Yeah, illusion of treasure. Fog creates darkness. We can also do Foff and Sus.
We're stuck in a crowded market, right?
Yeah. Do you want to do the fart move?
I'm honestly tempted to, because that would be kind of amusing. Before we go, well, yeah, we'll go ahead and do it. I was going to suggest maybe wandering more, but yeah, stampede for the exit.
You cast a spell, not forgetting to put in your nose plugs, and people around you begin to retch and double over, clutching their stomachs. There's a sudden stampede for the exit, and it drags you with it. Emerging, blinking into the sunshine, you find yourself near a tall statue, beyond which is a wider plaza. At the foot of the statue is a drinking fountain.
I guess go ahead and drink from it.
Drank. You drink a deep draught of cool, crisp water and feel quite refreshed.
Go ahead and book it.
Whee! This is a paved clearing, perhaps intended for visitors to the market to tie up their horses, but if any have, then it would seem their horses have been stolen. Around you, the slums are still standing, intact. No trace of fire or destruction about them. The wizard was right. Time has been reversed, but not for long.
Jeez.
The main road continues between the slums, heading up a low rise, and a side alley leads left.
That's crazy. Like, I was kind of well, no, I guess if things were exactly the same, it would be kind of,
boring.
Yeah, it'd be kind of like, oh, well, I know exactly what to do this now and the So they said main road continues between the slums, heading up a side alley. Does the side alley lead into the slums?
Don't know. We can look left, down the alley.
Yeah, look left.
To the left, a narrow road leads deep into a slum district, but its lanes are slung with decoration and ragged bunting.
And left, of course, is upwards, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the direction we want to be moving, so we'll have to go that way.
Alright. Time to move on further into the city. The slum districts of Lower Kare are unlikely to house the secret of the North Gate, but you might be able to learn where to find out more.
Well, yeah, that's
so we're going into the slums.
Heading in the direction of what's his name.
You take the side road and climb a winding street between densely packed buildings. These houses were once fine, but now have been colonized by the hordes of the poor. Trees and bushes grow from cracks in the rooftops, and the walls are streaked with the droppings of birds. It's busier here as well. Humans and creatures skulk through the side alleys and talk quietly in doorways. Most fall silent to watch you as you pass.
Greet them.
You nod to one as you pass, and he bolts immediately inside as though stung. Another creature with strange bony plates in its back draws a dagger and snarls at you. Don't mind him, says a voice at your side. He's quite harmless.
Turn to look at the speaker.
You stop to turn to see who's speaking. It's a young man, about your age, who looks well dressed and in rude health compared to the other people on the street. Rude being like, ruddy and healthy.
Proper coloration.
Yeah. He puts out a hand, Slang, at your service. Slang? Wasn't it the name of a local god?
He is in the slums, though. Did you say slang?
Well, we'll find out whether or not he said slang. Next time.
On character.
On Character Select.
Way to cliffhanger there, Alk.
Yeah, I know, right? So thank you everyone for watching. Click that like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ding that bell, etc., etc., etc. Mal, do you think this guy's really slang or not?
Probably not. But you know what?
But what if he is?